welcome to another Friday night of high school football. Tonight's the Beallsville Blue Devils against your Monroe Central Seminoles. This is Matt Singleton along with Andy Shoemaker giving you the play-by-play calls here tonight. Kind of a chilly night, but good night for football. What do you think about tonight's game, Andy?
Not expect anything from a 3-5 Beallsville squad, or excuse me, a 3-6, I believe, Beallsville squad. Dave Caldwell's always known for his gadget plays, his passing attack, and especially against the rival Monroe Central Seminoles, we can expect anything and probably will see about everything. Monroe Central should be up to their usual self with a strong defense and a strong running game. We expect Coach Acosta to do nothing else early on but try to establish the running game.
I think tonight, Andy, Beallsville doesn't really have much to lose. I think they're going to pull everything out of the bag if they can.
All right, that's kind of a dangerous situation for us, Matt, because like you said, 3-6, not the kind of year they're used to having. But, talking to the boys out of school all week, they're ready for tonight's game because they know how important it is, especially the playoffs, meaning home field advantage, and, possibly if they didn't come out with a victory here, maybe not even making a postseason. So I hope everything goes well tonight. We'll get her started off, and we will receive tonight.
You got Aaron Brown, Gabe Gordon, and Tyler Graham back deep from Monroe Central to receive.
Greg Darby, their starting quarterback, set to kick off for the Beallsville Blue Devils. Kind of a short kick. Goes to Gordon in the middle. He makes it up to just about the 35-yard line, where Monroe Central starts the game at 1st and 10 from the 35. So pretty good starting field position tonight by the Seminoles. Gabe really not hit hard there, but number of white jerseys ain't on the stop.
It really wasn't bad coverage down there for Beallsville.
We'll have a new center tonight, Matt, as Christopher Jeffers will not be able to go. Starting the center tonight is number 62, John Rick, a junior. Pitch out to Brown. He gets around the corner. Oh, what a run, what a run. Just like we talked about, Matt, Coach Acosta getting the running game early. And just a quick toss out to L.B. Brown out there and really showed some speed. Really, no white jerseys in sight as Monroe Central did a nice job stealing all the white jerseys back to the inside.
That was about a 41-yard run, Andy. That was a nice pickup by Aaron Brown. Nice job by the line out there, too, picking up their men.
Brown comes in a nice game with about 658 yards, probably in about the top 10 in small school rushing, so another fine run by L.B. Brown.
Another nice pickup by Gabe Gordon. I tell you, Andy, it looks like Beallsville basically got everybody up there in the box.
Right, they seem to know what to do, but Monroe Central's come out firing off the ball with two strong running plays to start this game off. In there at line is Eddie McConnell, Sean 80, Curtis Merrick, John Rick, and number 79, Chad Burkhart leading the way.
Wing left for Monroe Central. Basic wing left, power left. Another first down for Monroe Central.
Like you said, Matt, there, that's a power right formation, and Gabe runs through the 5-hole for a power left. Huge hole opened up by number 72, Sean 80, as well as I think Stephen Havick was also over there. He's number 76 tonight.
Yeah, I just noticed that too, Andy.
So after 9 games, Coach Acosta shows a little different use of Havick in there. Of course, we've had some injuries to Demerling, and we've already mentioned Jeffers.
Brown was maybe a gain of about a yard. Should bring up about second down and about 9.
Seeing that number 76 on a Havick, Matt, you can look back through the years, and I believe
that's a classic number.
Yeah, at least 2 or 3 of the Havics wore number 76. good football lineman family.
Yeah.
They're like him lineman family.
Wing left formation. Quick pitch to Brown. He gets out around the end. He's in for a touchdown.
Just a real quick toss to L.B. Brown. I don't think they pulled anybody on that play. Just as quick as the quarterback is, you could toss it out to him. He did, and he bounced off one would-be tackler and rounded the end for the first score of tonight's ball game. So just what we ordered, Matt. A first series touchdown. Let's just hope that we don't become complacent like we have in the past two games where we get early leads and can't get nothing else going the rest of the game. So.
I'll tell you what, does a nice drive, down the field for Monroe Central. Merrick to do the extra point. It's up, and it's good. So with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left going in the first quarter, it's Monroe Central 7, Beallsville Blue Devils nothing. So Curtis Merrick, number 55, will be doing the kicking off for Monroe Central. And so far this year, I think special teams done a pretty good job for Monroe Central, Andy.
Yeah, special teams led by Coach Greg Shoemaker did a fine job. All there last week, I had to get on him, and we had a couple special team breakdowns as we did get one of our punts blocked by, I believe it was a 6'6" defender for the Cougars. But either way, it still counts as a block kick, and I had to get on him a little bit. All good-natured, of course, but, it is a very important part of the game. We say it a number of times, but it's always true.
Back deep for Beallsville is number 13, Darby. And I really can't make out the other numbers from up here, Andy. Skinner. Not too bad of a kick. Not too bad of a kick for Curtis Merrick. Oh, wow. Nice hit. Well, he's going to feel that one in the morning, I'll tell you. Nice hit by the kicker, Curtis Merrick.
Yeah, Curtis Merrick kicked the ball off, got a lot of air underneath of it, and he was able to get down there, and that is his job as the kicker. He does not play safety. He flies down the field and just tries to disrupt the wedge, and you've seen right there what kind of hitter he is. So, good start for the Monroe Central defense. As they'll start Beallsville out on their 25-yard line.
So he's tackled out there by Dan Miller, number 85.
That's a quick toss to their junior running back, Steve Skinner. Initially, Matt, they sealed us back to the inside, but we showed a little bit of our defensive speed and was able to drag him down from behind there for only about a 4-yard gain.
And, I'd look for Darby to be putting it up in the air probably a lot tonight.
Beallsville will go trips to their right, split left, single backfield set. They'll hand the ball right up the middle. That is Skinner up the middle for about 3 yards. But that's some pretty basic football, Matt. You try to spread the defense out and then try to slip one up the middle. That'll bring up a third and about 4 yards for the Blue Devils. They do have some weapons, Matt. They got one of the Valley's leading receivers in Aaron Harper, one of the Valley's leading passers in Greg Darby, and Skinner seems to be getting better each week.
Yeah, Skinner's a good ball player.
That ball's tipped to the line of scrimmage, I believe, Matt. Well, they got a flag down, but I see Coach Acosta right now saying the ball was tipped to the line of scrimmage, and they will pick up the flag.
Yeah.
So a fairly easy call after the officials meet, and they will pick up that flag.
That brings up 4th down and 4 for the Beallsville Blue Devils.
Not sure who that was, Matt. Might have been either Sean A. or Ryan Ferguson.
There was somebody up on the line.
On that right side of our defensive line, got a hand up and knocked that ball down.
Beallsville back to punt. Oh, there's the. Oh, right there's the flag, Andy, and I'm sure it's going to go against Monroe Central, roughing the kicker. So that'll bring it back, and Beallsville will take over again and first down.
We had good defensive pressure in there. When they first got in there, I thought for sure they'd block that ball, but somehow number 5 Harper was able to get it off, and he was definitely roughed on the play.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do, Andy, when you go in to block a punt, you don't go into the kicker, you try to go across from him. Try to get the ball instead of his leg.
Yeah, I'm sure they're taught that, Matt, but with the adrenaline of the rival game and thinking whether they're all the way in here, they can surely block it. But Beallsville will retain the ball, as that'll be a 15-yard roughing the kicker call, and that'll be a first down Beallsville, and they'll start this drive on their own 46-yard line. And they'll come out, trips to the left, split to the right, single back set.
Looks like Monroe Central in 5-3 defense.
And we have another whistle and a timeout.
So for some reason, Coach Sherman or Coach Acosta didn't like what they had in there, and they called a timeout right before the snap of the ball. We got a little break in action. Got a little announcement to make.
Okay, I was told I had to read this. This is it's a fundraiser. Beallsville High School All Sports Boosters will be having a Longaberger Basket Bingo this Sunday, October 26th at 2 p.m. in the high school gymnasium. Doors will be open at 12:30 p.m. Tickets are $20 for 20 games. Extra packets available for $5 each. Special game sheets are $1 each. Collectors Club baskets, Boys Bears made exclusively for Longaberger, and signed baskets included in the many prizes. Door prizes, cash, and Longaberger raffles. Concessions and silent auction add to the excitement. For more information or tickets, call 740-926-1792 or 740-926-1436. Tickets will be available at the door.
Okay, Mac, back to the action here after the timeout. Monroe Central's going to put about 7-8 guys on line of scrimmage, and it'll just be a quarterback sneak by Darby. He'll be upfield for about a 1-yard gain. So after that timeout, Matt, they had about 7 guys on line of scrimmage as Gabe Gordon, the linebacker, was right in there amongst them. And I'm not sure if Darby saw something or tried to quick snap it and get around in, but wasn't able to do so.
And here they're coming out that same formation as before. Andy trips left, split right.
We'll go 4 left.
4 left. I'm sorry, quads right, or quads left. I'm sorry. But he goes to the split end, and it's underthrown. Kenny Robinson out there to defend.
So Kenny Robinson, we keep bragging on him and how far he's come since his early days of football, and he's right there all by himself. And sometimes you have to figure, when they give you such a strong look to one side, you always got to be wary of them going back to that side, and Kenny was right there. As Darby really wasn't able to throw that ball on target, kind of helped us out a little bit there, but that'll bring up a third and about 9 yards. Get over there.
Broken up out there by Kenny Robinson.
So Kenny Robinson with a little help with the safety, I believe. Sean Joris, as that ball seemed to hang up with a lot of air underneath of it.
It's basically just a fade pattern, Andy.
And I'm not sure if he's been able to come down with the ball in bounds, regardless if he hadn't made the catch over there on that side. So after 6 plays, Beallsville not able to get anything going. They was able to gain 15 yards with our help on that roughing the penalty call, but this will bring up a punt formation. And they almost got another one, Matt.
Yeah, but I tell you what, the ref was right there, Andy, and basically, I think it was Curtis Merrick, all he did was basically put his hand on the shoulder pad, so you really can't call that.
Well, Greg Shoemaker must have seen something where the coaches have on film all week, because the first 2 times they punted, we've been able to bring a lot of pressure, just narrowly missing 2 blocks.
And pressure right up the middle, too. It's not around the ends. It's right up the middle.
Right, so sure we'd like to get one tonight sometime. Don't think we've been able to block one this year.
Gabe Gordon right up the middle.
Yeah!
He breaks it loose. Oh, he's in for the touchdown.
Yeah.
Beautiful run by Gabe Gordon.
He's gonna dive in from about the 2-yard line. Gabe Gordon showed that speed.
And I'll
From
tell
the
you
big
what,
man
Andy,
right up the middle.
This is Gabe's senior year, and this is his last game in the regular season. And you know, with the career that he's had here at Monroe Central, I don't blame him one bit.
Right, especially the fact that, you know, you can't really say if it's their last home game or not, based on we don't know what's going to happen next week. But Gordon,
But it is the last regular season game.
right, Gordon, Gordon up the middle, broke free, and showed a little emotion and dove in the end zone there.
He's in. Oh! Did he get in?
I don't know, Matt.
Well, it
Didn't see a
looked
call
like-
yet.
I didn't see any signal from the.
No good.
Oh!
They must have called his knee down before that pylon. Hard for us to tell up here is that
I
pylon.
thought Curtis Murray's going to have his first
Touchdown.
point.
Right. So bad snap from the start. Not sure who's snapping. Probably
I would say probably.
one of the Miller boys.
Well, last week it was wasn't Sam Miller that was I think that was snapping, Sam or Dan, but
Going back to the touchdown, Matt. 55-yard run right up the middle by Gabe Gordon. Big hole opened up by the offensive line from Monroe Central. And after he crossed the initial line of scrimmage untouched, as he pulled away from the rest of the crowd. And, you know, really showed some nice speed for a 200-pound back there.
It shows some nice, with his size, breaking through the line like that, and he broke a couple tackles, and then, keeping those legs pumping, and then, turn on his feet after he got across the line of scrimmage.
So with just 6:54 left in this first quarter, Seminoles up 13-0 already against the rival Beallsville Blue Devils. Back deep for the Blue Devils again will be number 13, Greg Darby.
Skinner.
Number 14, sophomore Tony Stevens. And number 42, junior Steve Skinner.
That'll kick the girl out of bounds.
And they kicked her out of bounds.
So Merrick maybe a little bit too much adrenaline pumping there as he kind of squibbed one off the side of his foot. And that will be a penalty and a legal procedure penalty. And they will start out from the 35-yard line.
I don't know, Andy. Do they have the option to have Monroe Central re-kick?
Yeah, they do have that option, but they will take the
Yeah.
play there. It's fairly good field position from the 35, especially the way Merrick's been kicking here lately. He gets some height on the ball down around the goal line, and we're able to hold a lot of teams down around their 20. So Beallsville start out on their 35-yard line.
We got twins right, split left. Single
Wait, they
man
only
in the
got 10
backfield.
players in there, Matt.
Yeah. That's why they called a timeout.
Right.
Andy.
Yeah, I noticed that, Matt. And on a play like that, you can't just run a guy in because he has to be within 15 yards of the huddle when they break the huddle. So they had to use a timeout or they had to go with just 10 players. So not sure what happened. You always wonder why you make silly mistakes like that after 9 games during the 10th game. But, still 17, 18-year-old boys out there. And Beallsville not able to get the right personnel in there.
I'll tell you, and I see a pretty good sized crowd here on the Monroe Central side, but there's still a lot of seats left over there on the Beallsville side.
Yeah, Beallsville's had a long year. They had some talent coming back. I know
I know they won against Bridgeport. They won against Fort Fry, and they won against Waterford. So that's their 3 wins of the season.
And to their credit, Matt, they really battled Shenandoah tough in the first half of their game against Shenandoah. People around here couldn't believe that score when they announced it here at halftime there. But they did hang in there against a very strong Shenandoah squad. And, that's why Coach Sarcosta was concerned coming in this night's game. So that'll be Aaron Harper on the grab for about a 5-yard gain. Aaron Harper's got to be around 45 receptions for the year. Good kid. Actually coached him as he used to play ball for the St. Sylvester Trojans. And used to be afraid I taught him a little bit too well, seeing how he's been pretty successful over here, over there for Beallsville.
Basically, that's basically the same play, Andy.
Right, that's a timing pattern, Matt. Beallsville's known for that, but the timing was a little bit off there, and the receiver, Brian Blue, wasn't turned around, and the ball was there. But a lot of times in the past, that's hard to defend that, Matt, as you know. Them timing patterns, as as soon as that receiver turns back to face the quarterback, that ball's there.
Yeah.
And over the years, give Beallsville a lot of credit. They've had some good quarterbacks.
Yes, they have.
That'll bring up 3rd and about 5.5 yards.
Fumble on the play. Monroe Central's got the ball.
Yeah, he just fumbled a snap there. Little miscommunication by number 55, Cole, the center, and the quarterback, Darby. And we was able to pounce on that ball
That's just a bad
for another good big turnover.
Well, another break from Monroe Central.
We got Kenny Robinson split to our right. Let's see, we might want to go to him his first down play. And that will be the call, Matt. And he's got it! Touchdown! Woo! Yeah, man, I called that one.
Yes, you did, Andy.
I'll pat myself on the back. You got to know that when you got a 6'4" receiver out there, Kenny Robinson, and with us not throwing the ball all night as of yet, and a big strike, 40-yard reception by Kenny Robinson for a touchdown.
A little bit underthrown, Andy, but Kenny came back and basically jumped over top of his defender and caught it, kept his feet and took it in for a touchdown.
Fans here would still have been getting used to that play, Matt. Kenny's been jumping over defenders all year.
Yeah, Monroe Central calls timeout. They might want to try to go for 2 here, Andy, and get that last one they missed, get it back.
Well, still only 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter, Matt. Monroe's already up 19-0. But, always conversions are always important, and Coach Acosta would like to get that 3-touchdown lead. So they will go for 2. Nothing fancy there, Matt, on that pass play. They did fake Gordon up the middle, little play action style pass, and he just threw the ball up there, and Robinson's confident enough this year, just if you get it close, I'll come down with it. Just a direct snap to Gordon.
He takes it in for the 2.
So, Matt, I believe we've been trying to run that 2-point conversion all year with that direct snap to Gordon. And a lot of times we hadn't had success because of a motion penalty or whatever, but this time able to convert with that direct snap to Gordon.
So with 6 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the first quarter, it is Monroe Central 21, Beallsville nothing. I'd like to see this momentum, keep up throughout the whole game. Last week, seems like we kind of, after scoring 14 points on Frontier, kind of I don't want to say laid back. We kind of faltered a little bit in the second half, you know, and if it wasn't for Gabe Gordon intercepting that pass in the fourth quarter, then, you know, it would have been a 14-0 ball game.
Right, we was all discussed in here, Matt, is, you know, we really played a sloppy game after that 2 touchdown lead early on with all kinds of holding penalties and, you know, just silly mistakes. And then, of course, the fumble a little late in the game really cost us. And for a while there, you know, we didn't know what to think. We didn't know what kind of team we had. But, you know, they was able to get it together there, and Gordon stayed right in there and intercepted that ball. We come out with on a better note last week with that interception return for touchdown. And then, of course, you had to know we'd be ready to play this week.
Oh, sure. You know, rival game like this, you know, it's, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see Beallsville come out and just bring everything out of the book if they can.
So far, though, Matt, really not too many tricks. Except for, just as we say that, they get a big return by Greg Darby up to the 48-yard line. So a couple of big hits on the kickoff return team by the Blue Devils. And they're starting some excellent field position.
He's tackled there in the middle by Josh Ishii, who's probably the safety man on the kickoff team. So Josh basically doing his job there.
Beallsville's going to go Twins right and Twins left with a run shoot back set.
Quick pitch to 42. He's brought down, looks like Dan Miller, an 80, after about a 2.5, maybe 3-yard gain.
That's just a little quick toss after they spread us out with the Twins to each side, but Beallsville receivers didn't run anybody off there, Matt, and they really didn't block anybody. So you're really not helping yourself out if you're going to pitch the ball right and split 2 defenders or split 2 receivers to the right. That brings 2 defenders over there, and then they don't block, and they're right there for the play.
If they don't block or run their guys off, then it's not doing any good. Same formation for Beallsville. Quarterback sneak up the middle. Fumble on the play. It'll be Monroe Central's ball again.
So Darby's seen something up the middle, and you know, we've seen Beallsville over the years do a lot of that quarterback sneaking against us, but I'm not sure who it was, Matt. We don't have the instant replay here on Channel 6.
I think it was Curtis Merrick.
So nice job, whoever it was, to strip that ball from Darby. And really, after Beallsville's first real big positive game of the night, they wasn't able to finish it as Darby turned the ball over.
So Monroe Central breaks the huddle, wing left formation, motion right, just a little dive play up the middle to Aaron Brown, gain of about maybe 3 or 4 yards.
Brownie coming back from a sore thumb and sore shoulder. Talked to him this week at school. Said he feels all right. Of course, Brownie he does complain, and you know, always rooting for this kid. You know, always played in the backfield behind a number of good running backs. And you know, we talked about the yardage he's gained this year. Really, his first year to get the kind of carries he has gotten, and you know, time in, time out. Gets way more out of his, you know, 150-pound body than about any running back in the valley.
Gordon up the middle, he picks up the first down and gave a gain of about maybe 8 yards on that. Well, like you were saying, Andy, you know, Aaron, he's a good kid, you know, he's a smart kid, he's, you know, just a good kid all around, and you know, he's not the biggest kid out there, but you know, pound for pound, he's probably one of the best, you know, players out there, and you know, this is his first year to really get some carries, and he's doing what he can do.
Another wrestler he took his wrestling success to the football field, and you know, always did believe that was a good combination of them guys that did wrestle translate into good football players, and vice versa.
Motion again from Monroe Central. I saw Beallsville got jumped, but I also saw Monroe Central got jumped too, Andy.
Not sure if he moved in the neutral zone or not, and then one of our I believe a right tackle moved. We'll see what the call is here. It will be offsides on defense as their left tackle did enter the neutral zone. That'll be a free 5 yards from Monroe Central.
That'll bring up about 1st down and 5 for the Monroe Central Seminoles.
So a long first half here, Matt. 8 o'clock and still 3 minutes to go. 3:40 to go on the clock here in the first quarter. At this rate, Matt, we'll be here till about 10:30.
Quick pitch to Brown.
Good block.
Brown, the ball carrier.
Nice block out there by Sam Miller as he's able to push Steve Skinner out to the outside, and Brown was able to move up field, and he'll just be about foot short of the 1st down. We got a pretty good view of that from here, Matt. I'll bring up 2nd and about 2 foot probably.
Ball on the 39.
Matt, here's a good time where, in a tight ball game that you might try to throw one deep because you got such a short
exactly.
short amount to pick up on 2nd down. We're lined up double tight.
Motion.
Looks like a power right with motion. And Gabe won't make it back to line of scrimmage. That's number 23. Dropping the program here, Matt.
Tackle in behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 23, Brian Blue, as he comes from his rover position. So Beallsville got the rover in the game tonight. Did a nice job there, knife and through for a big stop. Tackled Gabe below the waist there. Bring up 3rd and about 1.5.
Monroe Central comes out in a power eye left. Give to Brown. He picks up the 1st down. He's around the end. Oh! Nice run by Aaron Brown.
Brown.
That gain right there probably put him almost close to 100 yards so far in the 1st half.
I'd say you're right. We don't have the luxury of Jeff Stevens up here keeping stats for us. We can find out more about that at halftime. But Brown was a little nifty move there. At the line of scrimmage, kind of hopped over defender and showed his speed. And from this view up here, it looked like he had the angle. Or excuse me, looked like Beallsville had an angle on him early, but he showed his speed there. And they did finally catch up and stopped him down around the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal just inside the 10.
Brown again out of the wishbone formation. Pick up of maybe about 2.
O'Hara making a tackle. And Skinner.
I'll tell you, it looks like, just from being up here and watching here in the 1st quarter, Andy, I think Monroe Central really came out to play tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They know what's at stake. They haven't really looked good. 2 big victories over a good Barnesville squad and a good Frontier squad, but just coach didn't really seem to be satisfied with their effort, especially, the 2nd halves of this game. So Monroe Central really got it going tonight.
Option to Brown. He's in for the touchdown.
I'll tell you what, give Fergie about 3 points for that touchdown.
Yes,
If
sir.
he's able to put a body on Greg Darby out there and really made the key block to send LB in for the score. So nice job there, Fergie.
Nice block.
As Ishii runs a little option play, pitches it to Brown for the 9-yard touchdown score.
So Merrick back again, try for the extra point. Ishii will be holding.
Merrick will be trying for the point after.
And it's good. So that makes it with 47 seconds left to go in the 1st quarter. Monroe Central 28, Beallsville Blue Devils nothing.
So Matt, have to admit I'm a little bit surprised. I thought Beallsville might get a little bit going offensively, but thus far tonight, I could probably count the times they've had the ball, probably 8 or 9 plays, 2 turnovers, 2 3 and outs, and just complete domination, line of scrimmage, all except for the one big pass play issue to Kenny Robinson. Just a total control of line of scrimmage by the Monroe Central Seminoles.
And you got to give credit to Monroe Central defense out there too. They've been stopping them and also causing the turnovers.
Right.
That hit on Darby on that last one. Somebody came from behind and put his helmet in there and hit the ball and knocked it out. So good defensive effort by Monroe Central.
So Darby once again deep for the Blue Devils, along with Skinner and again number 14, Tony Stevens. So Merrick see if he can kick one inside the lines this time. Nice high kick. It won't be fielded, and he'll roll down into the end zone.
The end zone come out to the 20-yard line for the first and 10 for the Blue Devils. I have the lucky half and half 50-50 club ticket. If you have number 6, 4, 9, 8, 3, 4, you are a winner of $450.
I've just announced the 50-50, Matt. It's been a big seller all year tonight. 50-50 worth about $450. The only bad thing about that is, Matt, we've been giving the 50-50 away to the visiting team, seems like, all year. One of their fans. Of course, that's all right. But, you know, I'd like to see somebody here in town win at one time.
Sure. Darby brought down after looks like about a 4-yard gain for Beallsville. So bring up second down and about 6 for the Blue Devils.
4 yards on the play. Second down.
A number of years ago, Matt, Beallsville played the old play clock game with us, and really kind of worked for them as they was able to hold a strong Monroe Central squad for, I believe, 14-0 score. And that was one of the big playoff years of Monroe Central.
Monroe Central won the Region 19, championship.
But really didn't see too much of a gadget play tonight. And a strong play in there.
Looks like Habig, like I said, tonight number 76. We think it's him.
Yeah.
34 out there.
Yeah, well, that's Habig. He's the only, 6'4" guy out there with his physical build out there, them long legs and athletic body.
That brings in the first quarter with Monroe Central 28, Beallsville Blue Devils nothing. We're going to take a break.
Yeah. We're only taking a break.
Stark offers teen driver education in these locations: Woodsfield, St. Clairsville, Wintersville, Martins Ferry, New Philadelphia, Marietta, Harrison Central, and Buckeye Local. 3 weeks of classroom study is held on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evenings. State licensed and certified by the Ohio Department of Public Safety, AmeriDrive has been teaching teens and adults to drive for 20 years. 8 hours of one-on-one behind-the-wheel instruction is scheduled at convenient times. Call AmeriDrive by Stark at 1-800-YOU-DRIVE-2. For over 100 years, Bauer Turner Furniture has been serving our community with quality furniture and bedding. After a big day, kick back and relax in a dual recliner sofa, or choose from living room suites featuring couches with comfy armchairs or matching recliners. Then pick the perfect coffee table and tables and lamp to suit your personality. Of course, they stock bedroom furniture to please the country, traditional, or contemporary decorator. Kitchen tables and chairs, hutches, entertainment centers, and more can be delivered to your home this week. So stop by Bauer Turner Furniture today.
Remember, you can see this game replay on Channel 9, the game of the day, after Sports Friday. Somebody said you still have the news from last time.
Now we'll start the second quarter on a third. Beallsville will start out the third quarter, 3rd and 12, down on their own 18-yard line. They'll come out twins to their right, split backfield set. Monroe Central in a 4-4 defense with a couple linebackers edging up. They'll run the ball back to Harper, and nothing going there.
It's basically almost like a little screen there, Andy. The Harper,
Right.
coming back inside.
Purdue run that play there a few years ago, and they called it some sort of a bubble screen. They seem to make that word popular, and I see a lot of that. But there is a flag down, Matt, and not sure what the call is, as it will be against us. And they'll mark off. Looks to be 15 yards, and that'll be a first down Beallsville. So we'll kind of wait for the call here by the official, or maybe we just missed it. Didn't see anything, Matt, unless it was some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct call. And that's what it will be, Matt.
What it is, yep.
So probably some words in there. Sometimes the second guy gets caught. You know, sometimes our guys just haven't been able to maintain their composure. And this time they got caught, and that'll be a first down Beallsville. And probably only their second first down of the night.
Beallsville comes out, trips left, flanker right, lone set in the backfield, motion left.
Harper on the
Basically, I just like a little screen out there to Harper, and he had the three split out there, trying to block for him downfield.
So right, as you can see there, Matt, they sent Harper in motion, and then when he got to that side there, they snapped the ball, and he was right there, and three receivers right in front of him to block for him, but Monroe Central right there only picked up middle yardage, bring up second, and about 7 yards.
So Beallsville breaks the huddle. I formation in the backfield. Twins right. Motion. Nothing up the middle.
Gabe Gordon and Curtis Merrick there right on the play as they tried to slip one right up the middle. Tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Bring up, third and 7 yards to go.
I tell you, Monroe Central's defensive line, they're not giving too much ground out there tonight, Andy. I think that's a big key, to Beallsville not having too many first downs so far.
Right, in this 4 defense, that's Curtis Merrick and Sean Adey in the defensive tackles position, along with Stephen Habick, defensive end, and probably one of the Millers at the other defensive end.
Harper catching the pass over the middle, and he's close to first down. I'm not going to say that he has it or not, but he's awful close. Might have to have a measurement. No, they're going to first down.
No, it's a first down.
So just as we mentioned, Beallsville's only their second first down. They could pick up another one here on this drive. So Beallsville able to put together 2 first downs on the same drive, and they'll move the ball up to the 43.5-yard line. Monroe still in their 4 defense, and that's Ryan Ferguson on the other defensive end, along with the Miller on this side. And they'll slip something up the middle, and a big hole. A nice hard run by number 42, Steve Skinner. He'll be upfield for about 13 yards.
I'll tell you, that was looked like Kenny Robinson there on tackle. It was either Kenny or Sam Miller, but nice tackle. They was going for the ball, trying to strip the ball, but at the same time, they had their other arm around them just in case they couldn't strip the ball.
The 4 defense, Matt, as you well know, is basically defense we like to defend against the pass because we got a lineman off the ball there, and Beallsville was able to find some room with the 4-man front. Monroe Central a better job this time. Good dropped up on the other side of the defensive line by Ryan Ferguson and Dan Miller.
I'll tell you, Sam did a good job in there. Didn't give any ground. Basically made sure that there wasn't going to be a reverse or a counter or anything like that. And when he saw the ball cross the line of scrimmage, he came in for the tackle. And Sam and Dan Miller on our defensive ends has been doing a pretty good job all year long. The Beallsville breaks the huddle, comes out, the trips left. Lone back in the backfield. Darby back to pass across the middle.
Yeah!
Intercepted by Gabe Gordon. And he's going to go. He's going. He's in for the touchdown. I don't see any flags, Andy. So beautiful, beautiful interception by Gabe Gordon. And like we said before, Andy, he caught the ball and he showed some of his speed right there and basically outran everybody.
Well, Dink Sherman showed a nice look here on defensive line scrimmage as Gabe and some other guys were given a look of a blitz, and then right before the snap of the ball, Gabe doesn't blitz. He drops back that flat, and they send one guy from the outside, and Darby not able to see Gordon as he makes a beautiful interception and return for the big score.
That's 2 interceptions in 2 weeks and 2 touchdowns for Gabe Gordon.
That's our all-state defensive player, Matt.
Oh, it hits the crossbar. Well, 8 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And it's now Monroe Central 34, Beallsville Blue Devils nothing.
Well, Matt, we've had some strong games against Beallsville in the past, and for whatever reason, we seem to have their number. But really can't remember a time we've been up by this many points with this much time left to go in the game.
I would say the last time would probably be about, I don't know, it's probably been about maybe 4 years ago when we played over at Beallsville when it was real cold. And I think Derek Griffin was our quarterback.
He had about 5 touchdowns that game, I believe.
I think he even had an interception for a touchdown, didn't he?
I'm sure he did that night. But, you know, of course, we like the big score and we like to win. Kind of takes a little of the entertainment out of the ball game when the game gets decided. Or the game right now is such a big point difference.
It doesn't matter. It's still Beallsville, you know.
Right.
It'll still stay exciting through the whole game, I'm sure. At least we'll try to make it exciting for you. I don't know about Andy, but I'll try. Merrick joined the kicking from Monroe Central. Kicks it low and on the ground. Squibbler. Picked up by Darby. He finds another hole up the middle. I don't think Coach Greg Shoemaker's going to be too happy about the coverage on the kickoff team.
Well, Matt, I saw him talking to Coach Acosta there right before the kickoff, and it looked to me like he got a few of the younger guys in on that kickoff play. I can't say for sure because, I can't really say who is the starting kickoff team, but a couple jerseys and numbers in there I didn't recognize from the past kickoffs, and maybe that's one of the reasons Darby's able to move up the field again for some big yardage on return. But Beallsville will be back out once again, and with 34-0, Matt, you don't look for Darby to put the ball in the air the rest of the night, I'm sure. And of course, as we say that, he'll flip one up the middle, but, there's just too much football left.
Oh, you still got 2.5 quarters left to play. Like I said, and with Coach Dave Caldwell, we've seen him in the past. I mean, he'll go back to his playbooks, 15 years ago and try to pull something maybe out of them.
Right.
It's hard to tell.
But Beallsville's going to hang in there. They actually had 2 or 3 first downs on that last drive before the interception by Gordon there, and that ball will be way overthrown. As a lot of pressure put on Darby that time, as the Monroe Central defense got a strong jump on the ball. They looked for a little bit like he's going to be offsides, but really seemed to guess the count right. And Darby with no time, and he let her go. And his intended receiver was number 8, Bradley Blue.
I think Darby basically just threw it just to get rid of it, to be honest with you, Andy, because Blue had no idea what, basically where the ball was.
Gabe Gordon out, and they got number 49 Dudak and number 22 Tyler Graham in the game early, playing with the first team defense.
And intercepted by Graham.
He'll be picked.
He's going to take it. Oh, he's in!
Yeah, give it to him. Yeah.
Tyler Graham, first play in there on defense, intercepts the pass and takes it in for a touchdown for Monroe Central.
Matt just said timing pattern, and Darby just throwing it out there. and Graham in perfect position. And I always like to see some of the reserve guys, non-starters, make big plays. And you can hear some people yelling up here. It looked like he was close, and they did give him the score as he was, tackled right there around the goal line.
T-Bird. Nice play, T-Bird.
Oh, come on.
Well, no, I don't know if that was a bad snap or just a bad handle by Ishii there. It looked like the snap was kind of low.
At this point, Matt, it looks like we'll be going to playoffs, and sure like to get this extra point thing ironed out.
Yeah.
A little bit sloppy there the last couple times. The kids pumped up for number 22, Tyler Graham. And like we said earlier, Matt, 7:10 left to go in the first half. Monroe Central up 40-0 over the Blue Devils, and it's already 8:20. So a long game, a lot of scoring.
You like to see the scoring, by Monroe Central, but at the same time, I don't want to say it makes a boring game, because it kind of does make an exciting game, but you would like to see, kind of at least back and forth a little bit, maybe Beallsville,
Well, I myself, I'd much rather go to a game that goes down to the last score, and even if my team loses, still entertaining. And
exactly.
I'm not, of course I don't want that to happen, but just a lot more entertaining.
767. If you have that ticket, let us know up here at the press box.
So Curtis Merrick to be doing the kicking again for Monroe Central Seminoles.
And Matt, his leg's got to be getting tired. This will be about his 7th kickoff
Well, I tell you what, that's not a bad kick for having a tired leg there.
That'll be number 14, Tony Stevens. And this
nice
time,
tackle. Nice tackle by
big coverage.
Dudek.
Number 49, Derek Dudek.
And Ferguson in there on the tackle. Now that's a little bit better coverage there by Monroe Central kicking team.
So I want to congratulate the reserve squad led by Greg Shoemaker and Pat Samuelson as they finished up a perfect 8-0 season as they was able to beat a Frontier squad down at their place Monday night. I believe the score was 28-6. But, you wonder what we got left after these seniors leave us, for next season. An 8-0 squad, we get a few things ironed out. Of course, we want our skilled players to step up a little bit for the next season. But, congratulations to the reserve squad of Monroe Central.
Good job, guys. Good job. So that was broken up there by Josh Ishii, but there is a flag on the play.
Be another personal foul. Not another, but there'll be a personal foul call against us, Matt.
Now, so that's something that you just got to stay away from in this point of the game. Anyway, when it's 40-0, just go out there and play ball and don't, have those personal foul calls like that.
Right. Not sure who they called on. Really don't care because we don't need penalties like that. It's a good rivalry. It's a fierce rivalry on the football field as long as we play by the rules and all that. Coach Acosta out there on the field right now wanting some kind of an explanation.
This is the point where you got to come out on the field, settle your kids down, and say, hey, guys, this is the game. Let's just play it and play it clean.
Well, it looks to me like Coach is out there and says maybe somebody else got away with one and we got caught retaliating.
But like you said beforehand, there's always the second guy who gets caught.
But we still got to be able to control ourselves out there, be professionals on the field. Let the scoreboard speak for itself out there, Matt. Still a lot of football to go tonight. Dave Hawley here tonight filming for us and really putting the pressure on us during these long timeouts as he's trying to make us talk during all this.
Yeah, there's
free time.
Not as many commercial breaks. He's killing us up here.
Dave, would you like to say anything? We'll get Dave to talk a little bit.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Del. He's sucking up to you guys for some reason. I don't know why, but
so that's your head commercial break by Dave Hawley. We're back in action. Go twins to the right, split to the left. Darby in the backfield, and some sort of audible there as he sees something. He sees one safety back.
intercepted again by Issy.
Oh, I tell you what, man, unbelievable. Last 3 times Darby's put the ball in the air, I think the Black Jerseys come down with it.
And Andy, I think that makes number 6 on the year for Issy for interception.
Yeah, he got 5 coming in tonight. This crowd would have went completely wild if he had took that back, Matt. You know, same part of the field, same side of the field, same sideline, same quarter, but he was able to be dragged down there at his 10-yard line.
So Monroe Central coming out with their reserve team in on offense. That's Justin Hogan, their quarterback. They're doing a little bad exchange in there from center to quarterback, which is kind of understandable here. You know, we got the younger kids in, and you know,
a little cool on the sidelines. I'm sure you know they wasn't expecting to get in this early, and they'll rotate quarterbacks as they do in reserve with Justin Hogue, number 10, and number 13, Dexter Hughes. So 40-0, 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Coach Acosta's got his reserve squad in. A lot of new numbers out there early. We do recognize number 22, Tyler Graham. Number 49, Derek Dudak.
45, Buck Wiley. And I think that was
that'll be number
Seiler, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that'll be number 26, Jordan Seiler. As he bounced off.
And I'll tell you what,
line of scrimmage.
Andy, that's your reserve team scoring against their varsity.
Yeah, Matt, I'm sure, you know, pretty disheartening for the Beallsville squad as, you know, as they suffer through this long first half, and after 3 consecutive interceptions, a little bit down there.
Well, now we got number 64, Kyle Singleton, trying the extra point. It's up.
Oh, come give it to him.
And it's good.
All right, Kyle.
He scores his first extra point.
Well, we might add there's no Shoemakers left, but Kyle's related to the Shoemakers, and he's a lineman, so, you know, we got to root for Kyle out there.
Well, now he's going to do the kicking off, so he's always told me, he's always bragged to me all year about how strong his leg is. So let's see how strong it is. I'm probably sure it's as strong as he said it was.
Well, last 64 worn by one of his relatives has got to be Principal Sam Shoemaker, as he wore 64 more through his high school years. And when I was in school, I didn't wear 64. As a matter of fact, I wore 64 up until picture day, and it had a tear in it, so I went ahead and traded it for my number 60, and then never changed back to 64. Little trivia there for all the fans out there, Matt.
I'm sure everybody wanted to know that, Andy.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they did.
Of course, I could tell you some stories too about when he was a freshman. But
let's get back to the game,
okay.
Matt. Kyle Singleton will tee it up, 40-yard line, and like you said, Matt, it's hard to think of things to talk about. Big score. 5 minutes to go left still in the first half.
Now it goes up the middle, man. Brought down there by Dudek, number 49. So Monroe Central comes out with their first string defense.
Well, Matt, it's only fair to them. You know, you practice hard all year. You practice hard all week for your rival, you know, the Beallsville Blue Devils. So,
and then, the way I look at it too, Andy, you know, this way is, if they're going to keep on keeping their first string in there, you know, if they don't have that courtesy to put their younger guys in.
Yeah, but we're talking second quarter, so really, I wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, we still have a ball to play.
Nothing going there, Matt. Strong defensive play by number 58, Eddie McConnell. Got those big legs, held his ground, and was little help by Dan Miller.
I tell you, our defense has been, you know, just tremendous this year, like it has been in the past years. That's always been our big strong point. especially on our defensive ends this year and our linebackers.
Yeah, we had a nice core of that defense returning, but yet again, we had a lot of people we had to replace. You know, of course, led by the All-State linebacker, Gabe Gordon. Well, actually, All-State safety Gabe Gordon moved the linebacker position this year and made the excellent transition, and really, no one never believed he wouldn't make that transition. You know, just, you know, in line for another All-State honor, I believe. And, of course, we had Josh Ishii back and the Millers back, so.
Well, like you said, Josh, you know, here on offense, he's playing, you know, quarterback, and, you know, like you said, Gabe's playing linebacker, and those are, you know, two of the kids that basically wherever you want to put them, they'll say, okay, I'll play there as long as they get to play. That's their mentality, which is, in my opinion, that's, you know, that's one of the best mentalities to have. As long as you get to play, it doesn't matter where you play.
That's right. And you can see what Habig's done. He's changed to 76. He's played the offensive line, and you've seen action in the backfield this year, and tonight going for the offensive line. And for a minute there, we looked like Darby was going to throw up his fourth interception, but really out-threw Ishii on the play. And, you know, if he out-threw Ishii and his receiver was 10 yards behind Ishii, you know, he really overthrew his intended receiver. So Darby really not able to get on track tonight. You know, a lot of pressure by Monroe Central defense. Really, you know, we're playing pass. It's hard to get a pass game going down 47-0. And, you know, defenses say, hey, don't let anybody behind us.
Yeah.
Keep everything in front of us, and, you know, that's exactly what they're doing.
Wells and Graham back deep.
Oh, face mask. Oh.
Tell you what, Matt, he gets a block right around this end here.
I thought he had a face mask there, Andy, but maybe, I guess I was wrong. Because the official was standing right there, I'm sure he would have called it.
That's number 21, freshman Jordan Wells, with the return. Fumbled initially, but able to regain control and then tackled right there. And like you said, Matt, it looked like from here that defender got a little bit of his face mask. He'll send number 10 in, Justin Hood, to start this drive offensively for the Knolls. Number 32, Nicholas Billman in the backfield. Or, excuse me, number 22. And he'll slip that ball up the middle to fullback Derek Dudak.
And he picked up about 5 yards.
Okay, nice game.
There's, you know, nothing wrong with that. You get 5 yards in every carry.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about throwing the ball. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first half.
Try to read some numbers off here, Matt, on the offensive line.
That looked like Tyler Graham on the carry, Andy. No gain.
Let's see, we got number 61, Travis Williams in there. We got number 75, Trevor Hendershot in there. We got number 74, Dustin Kirkland in there.
Number 61, Travis Williams. I don't know if you already mentioned that or not.
Try to mention these guys throughout the offensive series here when we can.
Looks like Beallsville jumped.
Well, we send number 26, Jordan Siler, in motion, and Beallsville will jump inside the neutral zone and give us a first down.
Number 313, 155, 200, 220.
So we'll start the clock up again. First and 10 from the 40-yard line. Still 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this first half. And it's already 8:30.
Pitch out to Graham, it looks like. Pick up about 4 or 5 yards, maybe. Another nice little pickup there by Monroe Central's second team.
Second down and 10.
Number 78, Frank Hauser, also in on the offensive line. Split ends is number 81, David Spielman, along with number 87, tight end Jared Ward.
Monroe Central comes out in a rip formation. Just
Nice job.
Yeah.
Nice hard run in
That
there.
was basically just a little fullback right there, Andy, or a 20 or 21, and he kind of, broke it to the other side.
And a 45 Buck Riley for the big game.
It's a nice little pickup there by Buck.
Can't forget to mention another relative, Matt, in there, Tyler Knowlton, number 82. Looks a little bit like Johnny Knowlton out there, that 82 jersey on.
Number 46.
Number 46, that'll be Jake Yamagata.
Yamagata.
I'm sure I haven't called his name all year, Matt.
That's the first time I think we've called his name, but he lost about, it looks like about 4 yards on the play.
So that'll go down the record books for Yamagata.
Just a little over a minute left to play here in the first half. Monroe Central comes out in the wishbone
53 Anthony
formation.
Dixon also in there for the Monroe Central offensive line. Just like to mention these kids' names because they work hard
Sure.
all year.
Fumble on
Same
the
as
ball,
varsity.
on the play. Monroe Central recovers. That's going to bring up fourth down for Monroe Central.
And they will have to punt this ball, Matt, as there's still be about,
Well, that brings up third down. I'm sorry.
maybe if they don't mark the ball fast enough, we won't have to punt. Oh, excuse me, it's still third
Yeah,
down.
still third
See,
down.
Matt, I'm not
Well, I
with
said fourth down earlier, so that's probably my fault.
it. Yeah, it is your fault.
Okay, I'll take the blame for it. Pitch out to Graham. Well, I tell you what, nice little effort there by
I was
Tyler.
going to say, nifty little run there by Graham. He will not get out of bounds, and that'll bring it into a long but very exciting first half, especially if you're a Monroe Central fan. We'll go into halftime leading 47-0.
And we'll be back.
FW Shoemaker Insurance Agency celebrated 100 years of service to our community. FW Shoemaker is an independent agency representing many reputable companies for all of your insurance needs. Only the most professional agencies represent Westfield Insurance. The best of the best are recognized as Westfield Platinum agencies, and FW Shoemaker is proud to be a Platinum agency. FW Shoemaker Insurance and the Monroe Central Seminoles, two winning traditions. The Citizens National Bank of Woodsfield, home-owned and independently operated since 1933. Your community bank. Our officers, directors, and staff are dedicated to customer and community service. We reinvest your deposit dollars locally. So remember, banking with us is not only good for you, but it's good for your community. Citizens National Bank of Woodsfield. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Bill Respect. You heard me talk many times about how we offer you the best variety at the best possible price every day. And we do it with no cards, no gimmicks, no hassle. Just like you, we're working to get the most we can for the money we spend. So if these things are important to you, come home to Respect. We'll even add customer service as we continue what Grandma started over 70 years ago.
McDonald's of Woodsfield is not just great food and lots of fun, it's a vital part of our community. Paula and Dell strongly believe in supporting our kids, both in school and in extracurricular activities. That's why McDonald's is proud to be the exclusive halftime sponsor for the Monroe Central Seminoles. They're happy to support our players, our cheerleaders, and our band. After the game, celebrate at McDonald's of Woodsfield, where we love to make you smile. McDonald's of Woodsfield is not just great food and lots of fun, it's a vital part of our community. Perla and Del strongly believe in supporting our kids, both in school and in extracurricular activities. That's why McDonald's is proud to be the exclusive halftime sponsor for the Monroe Central Seminoles. They're happy to support our players, our cheerleaders, and our band. After the game, celebrate at McDonald's of Woodsfield, where we love to make you smile. No matter what the weather is, you can work out year-round at Transforming Physique. For your convenience, new owner Kristen Rossiter has extended the hours. Students have the opportunity to work out before school, after school, or on Saturdays. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, come out at 6 a.m. and get your exercise in before going to work. Adult, student, and family memberships are available. They now have 2 tanning beds and stock the best of tanning supplies. Stop out to see a large variety of sports drinks, diet bars, supplements, vitamins, and sports attire. Now is the time to start transforming your physique.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
When it comes to the regular maintenance of your Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury, come to the service department at Doane Ford. From oil changes and brake work to alignments and major repairs, the service department at Doane's has state-of-the-art equipment and factory-trained technicians to keep you on the road. And for all types of body work, remember, Doane Ford's Collision Center is a direct repair shop for all major insurance companies.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Since 1887, folks have trusted Woodsfield Savings Bank with their financial needs. So when you need someone to lead you with your financial decisions, come to the friendly folks at Woodsfield Savings Bank where customers count. Because of your busy schedule, we offer a drive-through and night deposit box, as well as convenient parking, direct deposit, and automatic payments. The folks at Woodsfield Savings Bank truly believe that making an investment in our kids brings the biggest return to our community.
Go Noles!
Okay. Hello and welcome back for the second half of the Monroe Central Seminole Beallsville Blue Devil game. Getting ready to start the third quarter here as Monroe Central is winning 47-0. This is Matt Singleton along with Andy Shoemaker. I'm up here by myself for a few minutes until Andy gets back. I don't know think he's still down there eating pizza and subs or something. I'm not sure, but he'll be back up here in a few minutes. So far, the first half, of course, has been dominated by Monroe Central. Even Monroe Central's second team has even scored. So, it's been a pretty good ball game for Monroe Central. Beallsville will be receiving here in the second half. Looks like Monroe Central is going to start out with their first team kicking. Curtis Merrick will be doing the kicking, number 55. Back deep is number 13, Darby. Defensively, Monroe Central has basically been doing the same thing they've done all year. Basically just not giving up too much ground. Well, I see Andy's back up here now, but we're gonna have to wait for a while because he's still chewing on a piece of pizza. So I think he went through the whole pizza down there so far. So. Merrick kicking off. Nice deep kick. And it goes into the end zone for a touchback. Brings the ball back out on the 20-yard line for the Beallsville Blue Devils. They'll be at 1st and 10. Monroe Central, of course, will be starting out with their first defensive unit. Because I'm sure Beallsville probably will be bringing everything out of the books here in the second half. Here on the line, we got 72, 80, 58 McConnell. We got 76 Habig, and Ferguson and Dan Miller at the ends. It's a little short gainer up the middle on the quarterback keep. Picked up maybe about 1.5 yards, 2. I'm sure Monroe Central will be alternating younger kids in and out there along with the first unit. Beallsville comes out, twins right, split left, just to give up the middle. Little no gain for the Beallsville Blue Devils. That will bring up 3rd down and about 6 for Beallsville. Well, Andy was chewing on a piece of pizza, now he's sucking down a pop, so. Oh, maybe just don't want to talk with me, I don't know.
Well, Matt, I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No, nothing at all. Darby throws it out, just basically a fade pattern, and what that's designed to do is the quarterback just basically throws up the air, and it's designed for the receiver to run underneath of it and catch it, but he was well defended out there. And was just brought to my attention that the second half was only started out with 10 minutes on the clock. And what that, I'm not sure who decided on that. And looked like that was partially tipped. Picked up by Tyler Graham. And he's tackled immediately there by number 44. Jonathan Kinney. And why, like I said, why the second half was started out with only 10 minutes, I don't know. Maybe that was an agreement between the coaches.
We'll start out with our first team offense, Matt. At least this first series. Issue back at quarterback. John Ricken at center. He'll hand the ball right up the middle to Gabe Gordon.
Pick up probably about maybe 5 yards on the play. They'll bring up about 2nd down and 5. Andy's got a cough up here. I don't know if he's going to be able to talk or not. Be his first time.
Excuse me, man. I just had to clear my throat. I want to thank, believe Hoffs and whoever brought the big sub in. Little halftime tailgate party up here at the press box.
Give to Brown. He keeps his feet, but still only picks up about 3 yards.
So, I'd like to mention Brown. He'll probably finish this season with right around 750 yards, close to 800. And Gordon probably be up close to 850 after tonight's game. Really depends on how much they play here in the second half. So, a pretty strong 1-2 punch in the backfield, along with the ever-electrifying Josh Ishii with his ability to run the ball. But good effort during this regular season with LB and Gordon.
Monroe Central out in wishbone formation. Yes, he gives to Brown. Now he's maybe a yard gain on the play. And I think this will be the first time Monroe Central will be punting tonight.
I'm sure it is, because we haven't seen David Spillman out there tonight. And just as that is David Spillman, number 81, in punt formation.
Back deep for Beallsville to receive is number 13, Darby. And he's backing up pretty deep. Looks like he's
scouted David pretty well.
Yeah. And he does get off a nice punt. He touched the ball. Oh, nice job. Oh, what a job in there. Well, I don't know what I haven't seen any mark here, but
you got to make a call down there.
He touched the ball. The Beallsville player touched the ball. And Monroe Central player, to keep it from going out of bounds, threw it back in bounds, and we recovered. But I don't think that's what the official saw.
Little conference down there right now with the head official and the guy who was on the ball.
They are calling it Beallsville ball. But I think, in my opinion, that was a bad call.
It was a bad call. A little bit easier to swallow a call like that, Matt, with the big 47-0 lead, of course. Yeah. It'll pin Beallsville back deep down in their territory. It's really, you probably heard me yell, I'm not sure who it was. Maybe it was David Spielman or Tyler Graham. Just can't remember now. But, knew exactly what he was supposed to do there after he, he thought Beallsville touched the ball. He couldn't control it inbound, so he tried to flip it back in, which he did successfully. But maybe what they called there, Matt, is, evidently they said Beallsville didn't touch the ball.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that was a nice play in there in the middle, Andy, by, looked like Merrick and McConnell in there in the middle. And there was a flag on the play. It was against Beallsville, but it is declined. And that was, I thought it was a loss on the play, but
so right
markers, yes, it is a loss.
Early on here, we see Derek Dudak subbing in there for middle linebacker Gabe Gordon.
And see, it's a good chance for these younger kids to get in there and get some experience, for come next year. Another nice play by the Monroe Central defense in there in the middle. It looks like Beallsville's really not trying anything fancy here yet, Andy.
Well, Matt, you look at the clock, already down to 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. And, there's no plays in the playbook worth 47 points. And we set the standard tonight. We come out and dominated the first half. And, I'm sure Coach Caldwell and his group of kids are, really, wasn't having success on the ground or in the air. And,
well, like you said there before, and I want to point it out, 5 minutes left good in the third quarter, but we only start out with 10 minutes in the second half here.
Darby will put the ball up once again.
Darby's hit immediately as he releases the ball. And I'll tell you what, he's going to feel that in the morning, because that was a nice hit there by, looked like Curtis Merrick, number 55.
Kenny Robinson on the coverage there. It looked like that ball just went through Kenny's hands as we had just one more opportunity to intercept Darby. Really not much, as far as the offensive imagination on that play. Just shrieked down the field and Darby threw the ball up and tried to get his defender to outrun the receiver to outrun the defender, and that was the case as Kenny was right there for the play.
Block! And that'll be a safety.
So we talked all night about we're going to get one, and I think we did make a mistake earlier. I think we got one early in the season, but whatever the case, that'd be Dan Miller in for the block,
nice job,
out of the back
Dan.
of the end zone for 2 points, and that'll be a safety.
And then now Beallsville's going to have to, they have the election to either kick it or punt it, don't they, Andy?
Kick or punt it from their own 20-yard line. So Monroe Central will go up another 2 points, plus have the ball back with exceptional field position, I'm sure.
Nice play, Dan. Nice play. Beautiful. And, of course, I know the second half, it sounds like Andy's voice is a little bit different. I think he's still choking on that half sub that he ate. I think he's still got half of it in his throat. But
no, I just think I'm a little bit hoarse from, like we said earlier, Matt. It's hard to keep things going here when the game definitely now is, in hand.
Yeah.
Dominated by the Knowles, offensively, defensively, and as we just found out, the special teams are also dominating. And Greg Shoemaker will send his squad out, and the first wave of linemen will be up on the Beallsville 30-yard line, and Beallsville will tee it off from their own 20-yard line.
155, 220, 170, 20, and 132. If you have those, this is the last call.
Darby will be doing the kicking. They did elect a kick instead of punt. So he'll be doing the kicking here for Beallsville.
So back deep for this will be number 30, Aaron Brown, with Buck Wiley off to his right. It'll be fielded by number 30, Aaron Brown.
He breaks a couple tackles. Not too bad of an effort there by LB.
Just one defender away from breaking that one once again for LB Brown. Monroe will start out with their first team offense at Beallsville's 40-yard line.
But I'm sure they'll be substituting the younger kids in and out here.
213, 155, 220, 170, 20, and 130.
Like I said, Andy, it's all been one-sided. And I know, really, it's not like Jay's trying to run up the score, but you can't go out there and tell your young kids, hey, don't score. I mean,
right.
Give them, they, like you said, they practice hard all week. You got to give them every benefit of the doubt here. Pitch out to Brown. Nice block out there by Sam Miller.
Brown, the ball carrier.
LB Brown will be upfield for a 9-yard gain on the quick toss right.
You know, sir, Andy, here, gain of about, 10 yards on the play. But, you look downfield and you see that even the backside linemen, after they make their initial buck, they're downfield blocking for them, So that's good. Good job by Monroe Central's offensive line.
Well, I'm sure regardless of the score, from what I heard last night's pep rally, the theme was play 4 quarters of football. And we'll pull a whole Redskin special. That'll be Gordon. And he'll be
gone.
He'll be gone. To the house. Gabe Gordon.
Nice run, Gabe.
Matt, that's that classic Redskin special we've had a lot of success with. Not so much this year, but over the years, the Redskins special, they pull 2 linemen. And Gordon moves up field for the 30-yard touchdown run.
I'll tell you, Andy, we put that Redskins special, of course, when we was back in Woodsville, but called it Redskins special because all the kids knew exactly what it was. And one of the best running backs I've probably seen it utilize or execute that play was your brother Luke. He did a heck of a job with that play. Even with the jab step and everything. So
right.
Now you got Kyle Singleton try the extra point again.
Kyle's 1 for 1 tonight, I believe.
Oh, that
That would be blocked. So 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Monroe Central 55, Beallsville 0. And once again, Matt, offensive lineman took care of business there. Left a big hole for Gabe Gordon. Gabe did his thing with a little bit of a, a little bit of an athletic, little bit of a hurdle there at the line of scrimmage, and then once he broke through that line there.
Yeah, I pointed out too, Randy. It's it's nice to see the younger kids get in this game, the last game of the regular season, because when you come to the playoffs, you know as well as I do, it's usually playoffs are usually a close game, and so all these younger kids might not have the opportunity to get in. Yeah, but hopefully, next week in the playoffs, hopefully they will have an opportunity to get in.
Well, looking out here now, Matt, we see Kyle Singleton's going to tee it up, and this definitely is the reserve kickoff squad. All kinds of new numbers out there that we haven't mentioned tonight. Kyle, the coach, they got 12 guys on the field. Heard coach them yelling down there. I don't know what was happening.
You see a flag?
No, I don't know what they was calling, but a little commotion down our sideline. But
I heard all the coaches yelling, but I didn't see the rest of the flag or anything. Maybe they were to the point they just kind of wanted to.
Right, I'm sure it'll keep the game moving. 9:15. I'm sure you're getting tired of mentioning that. I've mentioned it 3 or 4 times now. But Coach Chakosha to go with his reserve squad on defense.
It looks like,
and again, we're short 1 as 1 runs on late. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 guys on the field.
All right, stuff like this happens, Andy. You got the young kids in. You got 2 or 3 coaches saying 2 or 3 different things at the same time, and it's kind of hard for the kids to understand.
And the coaching staff's enjoying this big win, and there's not a lot of yelling and screaming going on, down there. But you still want to look good. You hope the game doesn't get too sloppy here. When it's clear out of hand like it's a 55, because the sloppier it gets, the slower it gets because of the penalties. And we want to keep the vote yes jersey as we see there.
And I think Beallsville's got their younger kids in too, and they pick up a nice gain. Number 14, I'm not sure the name in there, but
that's number 14, I believe, Bradley Blue.
Okay.
No, excuse me, Tony Stevens for the Beallsville Blue Devils. Sophomore upfield for a first down.
Beallsville does have some of their starters in there too. So
these teams met after week 1, as Monroe Central usually plays Beallsville after the first game, instead of course, there's no reserve schedule after the 10th game.
And I think, like Monroe Central reserve team being undefeated, I'm not sure what score the Beallsville reserve game was, but
Stevens upfield for another nice yardage there, a 15-yard gain by Stevens as he broke through his right sideline scrimmage. The number 76 Stephen Habick in there with the reserve squad right now.
Just a little under 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Things really thinned out, of course, here, Matt, looking around the field.
Yeah.
Not too much left over on that side. The hill's thinned out. Most of the Monroe Central starters down on the bench actually sitting, just enjoying the reserves.
Well, in the back of their mind, too, they're wanting the reserve team out there to keep them to score the second half.
Right.
But the Monroe Central, first team, like I said, sitting on the bench and just sitting back and taking it all in and enjoying it.
Right, Matt. And if we had our main man Jeff Stevens up here. He could probably tell you exactly how many startups we do have this year. I could probably tell you if I had a few minutes to think about it, but exceptional year by Dink Sherman and the rest of the Monroe Central coaching staff with their fine defensive effort. You know, it's got to be, you know, one of the top defensive efforts that he's put together in his tenure as the defensive coordinator.
Exactly.
So another great job by Dink Sherman.
And Monroe Central is they are one of the top defenses in the Ohio Valley this year, as far as points given up.
Right, but as we found out last year, your defense is only as good as what you have done lately. So coming into the playoffs, you got a strong defense. But everybody starts out the playoffs, 0-0, one game at a time, and it
is kind of hard.
You got to prove yourself all over again come first round of the playoffs.
Well, it is kind of hard when you get in the playoffs, because some of the teams you play might be, from a far distance, and you don't know what caliber of teams that they do play, because you don't play the same teams that they play, except unless it's like us in Shenandoah or something like that. So when you get in the playoffs, it's a whole new season starting all over again.
Not sure what's going on out there.
Well, I think somebody ran everywhere with a vote yes sign to the Beallsville side, and I think that's what they're booing about. So
Aaron Harper in there, quarterback. He'll hand off to his left side for short yardage. I'll bring up second, about 8 yards, and this will wind down the end of the third quarter as Beallsville will just be content to let it run out. And we'll switch ends of the field with the score at the end of the third quarter. Monroe Central 55, Beallsville nothing.
Yeah, wrap that one up. More sandwiches. Look at it, see?
New name, same great service. Ormet Credit Union is now Ohio Valley Community Credit Union. Visit us in our new facility in Hannibal, built with more convenient parking and easier drive-through. If you live, work, or attend school in Belmont or Monroe counties, you are eligible for membership in the Ohio Valley Community Credit Union. To serve you better, we also have locations in St. Clairsville and Clarington. Ohio Valley Community Credit Union. Community is our middle name. From a deck to a complete house, Woodsfield True Value has the lumber and building materials for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. Before you go out of town, bring your plans into Troy and Mike for a free estimate. We think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Delivery is available for your project materials too. From lumber and siding to shingles, windows, insulation, and cabinets, Woodsfield True Value is your source for building materials and building packages. So give Troy or Mike a call today at Woodsfield True Value.
Okay, here we are back with the start of the fourth quarter, and they are going to start the fourth quarter with 10 minutes left to go, which is, we were just informed by Channel 9 cameraman that that is between the coaches. They do decide that after each quarter of, starting the quarter with, if it's going to be such a play. Now they got it down to 8 minutes. So apparently they decided on 8-minute quarter here in the fourth when it's going to be such a blowout like this. But that is between the coaches and the referees. So it is Beallsville, 2nd and 8, on about the, looks like about the 12-yard line. of Monroe Central. They mix up in the backfield. Now keeper will catch him. All right. Well, I'm sorry, Billman.
Making a tackle.
Matt, that's another one of my St. Sylvester's Trojans, Nicholas Billman. Matter of fact, played ball with Harper on our 7th and 8th grade squad that year. It was good to see those kids, you know, kept playing football.
That brings up 3rd down and about 1 for Beallsville. They get a 1st down. Looks like a gain of about maybe 4 on that play. So I'll bring up 1st and goal on about the 2-yard line, Andy.
I'm eating another sandwich, Matt. So,
yeah, I know, I can tell. Like Beallsville calls a timeout, or an official timeout. Number 14, I think that's Stevens. Looks like he might be a little shaken up.
Looks like he got a banged up hand. Probably got a helmet, stepped on, something of that nature, but he'll be able to walk off the field and come up here. Looks like quite a bit of pain. Still resume action as Beallsville 1st and goal down at the 2-yard line.
Beallsville breaks the huddle, R formation, double split. Give up the middle.
Be number 44, Jonathan Kenny. Right up the middle. He'll be down close to the goal line.
Second down and goal for the Beallsville Blue Devils.
Looks like they're right at the 1-foot line, Matt. Probably see just Harper keeping himself to try to score from there.
All right, he got in.
They'll flip the ball up the middle for the score. So what's left of the Beallsville crowd? Certainly glad to see Beallsville get on the board tonight. Just straight handoff, straight dive play right up the middle. I believe number 44, Jonathan Kenny, in for the score. He'll bring the tee out. And he'll, looks like, set up to kick this extra point. Well, Matt, I thought I saw one of the boys bring the tee out, but they'll go for 2 here.
Oh, he was hit immediately in there by Dudek, and he doesn't make it in. So 5:40 left to go in the game. It is Monroe Central 55, Beallsville 6.
So Harper kept the ball on a 2-point conversion, hit pretty hard in there. He gets up a little slow.
Well, you see out there, Andy, number 44, Dave Gordon, walking out on the field and shaking the younger kid's hands. That's good teammanship right there.
Oh yeah, Gabe's always been mature way beyond his years. You ought to see him out to school, just a perfect gentleman. Always something, mostly pretty intelligent to say out there. Really good with the young kids. As we had him out to talk to the little leaguers, a few times, and He's a really good role model for the young players.
Yes, he is. A lot of good role models out here in this senior class, Andy.
So with 5:40 to go in this fourth quarter, as we start out the fourth quarter with only 8 minutes, the Monroe Central 55, Beallsville 6. Darby will handle the kickoff duties as he tees it up from 40-yard line. Matt, there's a few sandwiches there left. I don't think I can put any more down.
Well,
that one sandwich keeps looking at me, but...
Well, I think it's talking to you, Andy, so you better...
I might tie you into it a little bit here. Dave gives us a break during the action. I'd get in there a little time to eat one.
Wells, the ball carrier, taking that kickoff. Taken by Caldwell.
That'll be number 21. Jordan Wells on the return. He'll be stopped down on the 35-yard line. So I'm sure at this point, Matt, that we're done seeing all the starters. You know, we're going to the playoffs. We don't need anybody in there getting hurt. I'm not sure where we'll be next week. Hopefully we'll be right back here, but we'll have to see how things pan out throughout the region, see who wins, see who loses. And then I'm sure, you know, as long as, you know, well, probably be some ball games tonight, but by Sunday morning, late Saturday night, I'm sure somebody locally here will have the computers figured out and see if we end up in the top 4.
I think it comes down to we need Wheelersburg and Chesapeake to one of them to lose to stay in the top 4 and to host a playoff game. Chesapeake does not play until tomorrow night.
Chesapeake, of course, knocked us off last year. They lost some, you know, skill players last year, but from what I hear, they got a couple of kids that took their spot and, you know, have a fine football team.
Pitch out to Graham. He turns the corner. Shows a lot of good speed there. Nice run, T-Bird. Nice run. Nice blocking out there, too, by the lineman, Andy.
Oh, yeah, we'd like to mention Tony Dixon, Travis Williams, Jared Ward, Mike English, and a number of other Seminole reserves who led the play and helped Tyler Green get that big game. Also in there, number 75, Trevor Hammershot.
Same play to the other side.
Dustin Kirkland.
That's Wells. He turns the quarter. And I tell you what, he picked up another nice little gain there, Andy.
So like you said, Matt, you can't just take a knee because plays like that, you get players hurt because kids don't have a chance to defend themselves.
And these are the younger kids. And
right.
You got to tell them to go out there and play.
Right. Once you step on the field, you got to give nothing less than 100%, or you will get hurt. And you know they want to play in front of the Friday night crowd. And Justin Hook in there this time to handle the snap from number 74, Dustin Kirkland. He'll hand the ball off to number 46, and he'll be in for the score. Number 46, Jake Yamagata. For a long time,
nice little cutback.
Oh yeah, I watched it here on the TV monitor, and nice hole up the middle.
And we talk about these younger kids. They put as much effort into it as the older kids, being out there practicing. Andy, you know as well as I do. And you go through conditioning for about 10 days, and you got 2 weeks to 2 days. And that really, you really got to work hard. It really takes its toll on you. Of course, it gets harder as you go in college. But when you're 16, 17 years old, or 15 years old, and going out there in the heat of the summer, and going out there and sweating your buns off, just because you love the game, you love the sport.
Right.
You got to give these kids all the credit in the world.
Yeah, Friday night's payday from all that hard work, all the off-season weightlifting. And like you said, Matt, these young kids showed what they had to. The reserve schedule as they went 8-0 and showed why out here tonight on the varsity field. Kept things going, and we really can't remember the last time a Monroe Central squad has been in the 60s. I believe a few years ago against, I don't know if it was Shenandoah or somebody.
Shenandoah or
yeah,
no, it wasn't.
We had her up to about 63 points.
I was thinking maybe that Caldwell Fort Fry game we might have had it up, you know.
That doesn't seem right against Shenandoah, so that's, can't say for sure, but right now is Kyle Singleton in to attempt the extra point.
He's trying his third one. He's 1 for 2 so far. See if he can make it 2 for 3. It's up, and it's good.
So Kyle kind of struts out there like, you know, I knew it was good all the way. So a little confidence out there for Kyle as he'll sprint down to the other end of the field and he'll tee it up.
You see the cheerleaders out here throwing the Domino's cups into the fans. Of course, they can't get them up here, Andy, because I know you probably reach out and grab it from me.
Well,
so.
Matt, I already got one.
You probably snuck down there and charmed one of the cheerleaders into giving you a cup, didn't you?
Well, like we said, Matt, Kyle will tee it up from the 40-yard line. I can't count this high, but the 11th time Monroe Central's teed it up tonight.
Low kick, Squibbler. A nice little return there by Beallsville.
Number 11, A.J. Thompson, backup quarterback, defensive back, 155-pound sophomore, up to the 40-yard line for a nice Beallsville Blue Devil return.
He was brought down there by Matt Ishii. So Beallsville takes over at their own 39-yard line.
Matt Ishii, another Saints of Extra Trojan member from a few years back. I believe he's going to be a good one, Matt.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Following his brother Josh's footsteps. He does play line, though. He's a pretty hard-nosed kid.
Beallsville calls the timeout.
So 3:48 left to go in tonight's game. Beallsville, I'm sure, just hoping to get out of town. Hopefully let the clock run, just run the ball, and just really struggling for anything to say here, Matt.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. Well, I think we've had a lot of time to really talk here tonight, Andy. So we kind of said everything.
We need Jeff on days like this. He's always got something to say. I think he went through a 10-minute post game, and Dale Eddie ran out of film last week.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice tackle in there by number 24, Torrey Prickett. Torrey Prickett, son of OVAC great Dave Prickett. Dave, one of my good buddies. Dave never got a lot of credit. I tell you what, though. I watched a lot of running backs here at Woodsfield and Monroe Central, and Dave's definitely in my top 10.
Of course, it's kind of hard, all the young kids out there and all the new numbers. It's kind of hard to, to recognize a lot of them. Since we're so used to calling the same numbers all year long, so you got to bear with us. Give up the middle. And he's stopped immediately by number 64, Kyle Singleton. Kyle Singleton in there with Tyler Knowlton on the stop. So nice play there. Showed a little strength as he drug him down. And it looks like kind of both stands are kind of emptying out here a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about not too entertaining. You know, you like to see the points rolled up, but just when the game's in hand, the victor's decided.
Brown, the ball carrier.
That's number 3, Chris Brown, with a lot of room out to his outside. Pick up about 17 yards. Just a little toss play for Beallsville. And really, Beallsville did a nice job of blocking out on that left side, and Brown able to pick up 17 yards. So first and 10, 42-yard line. As the clock winds down, 1 minute and be about 45 seconds left to go when they snap this ball. So 1 minute, 45 seconds to go as Harper takes the snap.
Brown again, the ball carrier.
Oh, nice hit there by Buck Wiley, but yeah, he didn't wrap his arms.
Right.
Yeah.
Hit him a little bit too high there, Matt. You heard the pads crack from up here, but you know, you got to hit and wrap, but still a good play to get out there by Buck Wiley. As Brown once again found a little bit of room to his right this time for about a 7-yard pickup.
All on the 36. Remember, hopefully next week we'll be back here again. Hosting a playoff game.
A lot of good hitting going on down there still, Matt.
There's a lot of pads
A lot of these
cracking in
reserve
there.
fellas, and he'll be up close to a first down.
He's brought down in there by 45, Buck
Let's
Wiley.
just hope he don't stop the clock for a measurement.
Well, we're down to
And they're going to
inside
go ahead
30
and,
seconds.
they're going to go ahead and give him a first down. And Beallsville probably snapped the ball one last time.
Thank all you fans for the support of the team. Hopefully we'll see you again.
Might be see him air it out here, Andy, on the last play of the game.
Well, you know, he probably looks like that's the plan, Matt, but
These tackles
Harper won't have time. And he'll
look like 77.
That's 77. Mike English on the sack. He might have got a little bit of Harper's face mask.
I think he did.
We got a flag with 6.6 seconds to go. If Beallsville declines, we can just run this clock out.
And it is a face mask
But
call.
they'll mark it off. So Beallsville will get one more shot. And they'll wind the clock here. Okay, that's good. So that'll be all for Monroe Memorial Park tonight. As Matt, we started out a strong first quarter. We kept it rolling right on through the second quarter with a big halftime lead. Coach come in the third quarter. Got a couple more scores on the board. Defense, you know, the first teamers actually pitched another shutout. The 6 points were scored against the reserve squad. But definitely a strong performance going into next week's first round of playoffs.
Yes, it is, man. Like you said, Andy, this is perfect game for going into the playoffs. We can't, like I said, we really can't tell who we're going to play or where we're going to play. We won't know that until probably be around Sunday afternoon sometime, maybe even late Saturday night if you have a computer and get on that jjhuddle.com, and they might know a little bit then, but it'll be late Saturday night. Hopefully we will be back here hosting the playoff game next week, but it's kind of out of our hands right now. It's on the fate of Wheelersburg and Chesapeake, winning or losing, and as far as the compilation of all the points we get from the other teams.
Compilation, that's a big word, Matt.
Hey, thank you. You don't have to go to college to learn big words. They know what you do is look at the dictionary every once in a while. So
I think Dave's wanting to wrap this up.
Okay. I think he's getting cold. So this is Matt Singleton along with Andy Shoemaker. The final score is Beallsville 6, Monroe Central 4. Anyway, great working with you here in this regular season, Andy, and we'll see everybody. Oh, don't be putting the camera on me. We don't do that up here. Anyway, we will see everybody next week, and until then, have a safe week. Thank you.
They'll cut the rest of that.
I hope so. Doug's getting ready to cut.
I'm tired talking. I didn't say anything bad. I didn't say any cuss words.
No, I was getting ready to.
Well, I had fun. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, yeah.